It's all you, sir.
All right, Mr. Samuels, this is Kent Hovind, Hovind, from Pensacola, Florida. I've been in the federal system for years, 8.5 years. My inmate number is 06452-017. I've been moved 23 times in the BOP. I've lived in Pensacola for 26 years, and I know you're getting a lot of calls on my situation. Let me explain briefly what has happened, and I believe where the roadblock is. I was in Berlin, New Hampshire for about a year and a half at my February 2014 team meeting with the counselor, Wesley Shea, and Miss Sedlak, S-E-D-L-A-K. I was approved to go for two things. One was a near-release transfer closer to home, and secondly, I was approved for 6 months home confinement to start February 2015. Somebody did not finish the paperwork in that Miss Sedlak, shortly after that team meeting, was promoted to a job at the Medium down the hill, and a new guy took over as the case manager. I suspect that's where the ball got dropped, but I don't know that. In May, I was given $50 and a bus ticket and a near-release furlough, and I rode a Greyhound bus down to Maxwell Air Force Base to the camp there. I was only there four or 5 days when I was called down to the office and sent to county jail. I was never told why. I was never given a list of property. Of what happened to my property, I don't know. None of that happened. I was only at the county jail about a month, and they took me to the Atlanta Transfer Center. I was there about a month, and they brought me news that the U.S. attorney is going to re-indict me for mail fraud, which now that case is dropped and beaten and gone. So then they moved me to Tallahassee Transfer Center, and then over here to the Santa Rosa County Jail in Milton, Florida, where I'm still sitting. And I've been here now for about 8 or 9 months in the county jail. My case was completely dropped, all the charges dropped, the first win in that courthouse in 9 years, I've been told. I've been a preacher for 46 years, and there's no original case either, but I know doesn't matter to you. You just lock up the people they send you. But we're going to beat the 2006 case also, the IRS case against our church.
This call is from the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office.
Last Monday, when they dropped the charges, I could have and should have gone straight to home confinement. When they took me out of Maxwell for no reason, they never told me. And in Tallahassee, they said, "Oh, you're going to Yazoo City." I've never been to Yazoo City, Mississippi, to the camp. I'm scheduled to go there. Somebody somewhere has the paperwork saying I'm approved for for home confinement to start 3 months ago. But we don't know who failed to sign the final paper. I don't know. But if you call Miss Sedlak and say, "Did you approve Kent Hovind back in February 2014 at the team meeting?" they will say yes. And I don't know where it got lost after that. But 3 months later, I was moved out on a Greyhound bus, and we're now sitting with everybody pointing at everybody else saying, "We don't know who did this, we don't know what to do. Would you please cut through the red tape and just order them to release me to home confinement and work on the paperwork later?" I've been married 42 years to the same woman and want to go home. Got 5 grandkids live next door to me. I've been a preacher traveling all over the world. I've never hurt anybody. All I want to do is get what's due me, which is home confinement as of 3 months ago. So please, see what you can do to cut through the red tape, find out who dropped the ball, and fix it for us. Thank you so much for any help you can be. We're not asking for anything special. I'm already approved for this. We're asking that they simply follow the laws Congress passed that allows the BOP to give 6 months home confinement. They could have also given me a full year halfway house starting February 2014, which the halfway house is 3 blocks from my house. But the Berlin staff up there said, "No, our camp isn't full yet, so we can't release you due to population control," which I think is terrible and cruel to keep a person when Congress said you can give them a full year halfway house, but they didn't because they need a warm body for raise their count. But that's too late for all of that. But now to add not giving me home confinement is adding insult to injury. So please fix that if you can. Thank you so much.